with Addis Media Network. Hello students, this is English grade 6. I am your teacher, Miss Sanai Thailu. Today we're going to start with past continuous. But to revise what we have learned last time, do you remember what you have learned about simple past? Can you tell the form of simple past? Let us revise simple past first. Okay. Simple past. What was the form of simple past? Did you say subject plus verb to plus object or complement? Object or complement. Right? Yes. When we talk about the verb form, we have seen last time there are regular and irregular forms of verbs when you change them into verb to. Yes? Do you remember that? Can you give me some of the regular verbs? Yes, somebody said worked. Good. Very good. Worked. Work was the verb, and then the past or the verb to form of work is worked. Perfect. How about from the irregular verbs? One of the irregular verbs. Make. Excellent. Yes. Make. Make. The past form of make is what? The V2 form of make is made. Perfect. Very good. Now, it's time to make what? To make a sentence. Can you make a sentence using these two verbs in simple past? Let's do it together. All right. Work. Let us use the word work. I worked my assignment. Did you say like this? I worked my assignment, or I worked my homework. Or you can say what? I worked my classwork. Perfect, very good. How about the word make? Make. You said the verb to form of make is made, right? So, let's make one sentence using that word. Yes? Anyone? Anyone? Use the word made. Yes? Yes? Yes, very good. I made a short story. Yes? I made what? A short story. Instead of saying make, what do we say? Yes, we used the verb made. This is what we have learned last week about the simple past. Now today we're going to start past continuous. Past continuous. Past continuous. This is our today's program. After this lesson, after this program, you will be able to tell the form of past continuous, and also you can make some sentences using past continuous whenever necessary. Okay? Now let us start. Past for continuous. I will give you some sentences using past continuous. For example, I was teaching English. I was teaching English yesterday. I was teaching English yesterday. Now look at the structure. What did I say? I was teaching English yesterday. Let me give you one more. we were doing some exercise. Look at this sentence. We were doing some exercise. Now, let us bring out the form of past continuous. Can you do that with me? Yes? Let's go. What do we have here in both of the sentences? On the first one, we have I. On the second one, it is we. Yes? These two are the subject of the sentence. Correct? So, what do we have first? Subject. Yes? Plus, next to subject. Yes? Here is was, and here comes what? Where. Very good. Was or where. All right. Subject plus was or where plus what type of verb do you see in both of the sentences? Look, the first one says teaching. The second one? Yes, doing. What kind of verbs are they? Very good. ING form. It is the ING verb. Okay? Then, what do we have after? We can have what? An object or a complement. So, the form of past continuous is, as you can see it here, we have a subject, right? Then, was or were, which is a past auxiliary, yes? And the verb type is what? ING form of a verb. By the way, when you have ING form of a verb in such a sentence, it shows what? Yes, it shows the continuity of an action. Because the other name of past continuous is what? Past progressive. Progressive means an action that goes for some moment or for some time. So, past progressive means an action that was going on someday in the past. So, the ING form of a verb has an implication that the action is continuous. Okay? Don't forget that. Now, let us see something. Here on the first sentence, I said was. And then on the second sentence, were. Right? Even on the form, we said what? Was or were. When do you think we use was? We use was when we have a singular subject. Okay? When we have what? A singular subject. Look, I. It's one person, right? Yes, I. Okay? Then she. And he. Then for objects and animals, we say what? It. Do you see these three? When you have a subject of these three, or singular subject, then the auxiliary you use is what? Was. Okay? Was plus ING form of the verb. ING verb. Okay? Look. By the way, it's not only I, she, he, it. Even when you are using a direct noun, like for example, you can say, what do I say here? I was teaching English yesterday, right? Let me put my name. Sanait was teaching English yesterday. Or you can say what? Abebe was teaching English yesterday. Or Ayantu was teaching mathematics. You see? If you are using a single or a singular noun, then the auxiliary we use is was. Don't forget, always in a continuous tense, our verb is ING form. Let's go to the plural ones. When do we use where? We use where with the plural subject. Like, for example, the first person plural, we. Yes? Then, what do we have? You. Very good. You. You remember you, we can use it for plural and singular. But in this case, either it is with a plural or singular, the auxiliary is always what? Where. Very good. So, we and you, then they. You see? These three, they use what? Where as an auxiliary plus ing form of the verb. Okay? You see this? Yes. We, you, they, plus where. Or, just like what we have seen here on the first one, if you are using a compound or a plural noun, like for example, if you say Senait and Ayantu, how many subjects do we have now? 2, right? Senait 1, Ayantu 2. That means it's plural. So what do we say? Senait and Ayantu were going together. You see? Senait and Ayantu were going together because Senait and Ayantu is replaced as what? They, right? Okay, so this is generally the form of past continuous. What did we say about past continuous? Past continuous is used to express a past action, okay? When? When did the action happen? Someday in the past. But the action has taken what? A little bit time or a little bit longer. That's what makes it different from the simple past. Yes? Simple past, the action is short. In the past continuous, it is long. Then the form of simple past is what? Past continuous is subject plus was or were plus the ing form of a verb plus object or complement. Do you understand that? Are you able to give me more examples? Very good. I know you can do that. Let's see the 3 types of sentences using this past continuous. The first one is the affirmative or positive sentence, just like what we were doing here. What were we making here? We were making what? Positive sentences. Yes? I was teaching. We were doing. These sentences are what? Positive or affirmative sentences. The second type is negative. How do we make them negative? Let's see. Negative sentences. Okay. Example. You can say, she was not listening. She was not listening. Look at this sentence. Let me give you one more. They were not coming to the party. Look, do you see these 2 sentences? She was not listening. They were not coming to the party. Do you see a strange word? Do you notice that? What is it? Very good, not. In both of the sentences, what do we have? Not. This word here is making our sentence what? Negative. So, in order to make a sentence negative, we have to put what? The word not between the auxiliary and the main verb. Don't forget that. We put where? Between was and were and the main verb or the ing form of the verb. Let's bring out the form. Okay, what do we have? Subject, then plus was or were, yes? Then what comes next? Very good, our word which is not. Plus, always in a continuous tense, our verb form is what? ing verb. That's simple, right? Yes, you can simply make a sentence negative by putting the word not between the auxiliary and the main verb. Now I will give you some practicing exercises. Let's do this. For example, he was calling to his father. Look, he was calling to his father. Can you make it negative? Yes, you can. Let me give you a few seconds. Show your answers to your parents, friends, or people around you. He was calling to his father. Okay? Did you show your answers to your friends or your parents? And what did you say? Very good. I am sure you said what? He. Then let's follow this form. He was. What do we have next to the auxiliary? We have what? Our word not. He was not. Yes? Good. He was not calling. He was not calling to his father. Perfect. If you answered like this, that means you are excellent. Let me try one. Okay. Another one. Let us use names, for example. Abel. Yes? Abel was doing an exercise. That means he was moving, he was running and jogging, doing some exercises or what we call sport. How can you make this negative? Let me give you some more seconds. Okay? Abel was doing an exercise. Remember to follow the form that we discussed. Did you say Abel was not doing an exercise like this? Abel, yeah, was not doing. Good. Was not doing an exercise. Did you say that? Very good. Excellent. Now, so far we have seen the two forms of sentences, right? One is the affirmative or positive sentence, and next is the negative sentence. Now we're going to see the third type, that is interrogative or question sentences. Follow me. interrogative or question. Okay, how do we make interrogative or question sentences? That's up to you to bring the form. I will give you some examples. Were you living in Hawassa? Look at this sentence. Were you living in Hawassa? That is interrogative, a question, right? Let me give you one more. Was she telling you a story? Look, was she telling you a story? Now we have seen two questions using the plural auxiliary were and the singular auxiliary was. Can you now bring out the form? Let's do it together. Okay, how do we start? It's unusual, by the way. Remember, on the positive and negative sentences, we were starting our sentence using what? Yes, using a subject. Yes? But this time, how do we start? Look, we started by saying what? Were and was. And these are what? Auxiliaries. Right? Okay, so the form is were, don't forget to make it capital, or was, okay, plus, then what do we have after the auxiliary? Here is you and here is she. Yes, the subject. Then, after the subject, look, living and telling. Yeah. ing, form of the verb, plus object or complement. Then, don't forget, the last punctuation is what? Question mark. It is what? Question mark. So, how do we make a question in the past continuous? Yeah, we begin with the auxiliaries. Was or were. Then, our subject follows our auxiliary, and then the action comes after the subject, and finally, we will go to the complement or the object. Now, can you make a sentence if I give you some sentences? Can you change it into interrogative or question? Yes, you can. I know you can do it. Let's do it. All right, practice. Look, they were asking a question. They were asking a question. Then at last we have the question mark. That means we are expected to rearrange the words here, and then we can make what? Interrogative sentence. Correct. Good. Let me give you a few seconds. All right, let's do it now together. You can show your answers to your friends, your parents, or, yeah, people around you, okay? So let's follow the form. This is our form. How do we start? We start with the auxiliary. Then our auxiliary here is what? Where. Good. Now, don't forget to make it capital. Where they, okay? Because after where, then we come to the subject. Then, what do we have after the subject? It is the ing form of the verb, okay? Were they asking, good. Were they asking a question? Our object remains, yeah, in that same place. Then, question mark. If you say like this, that means you are perfect. Were they asking a question? Let's do it one more. Okay. She was playing a guitar. Look, she was playing a guitar. Can you change this into interrogative or question sentence? Okay, let me give you a few seconds. Don't forget to show your answers to your parents, your friends, or people around you, all right? Good, okay. She was playing a guitar. All right, let's do it now together. Okay, so how should I start? Yes? Yeah, I have to start with the auxiliary was, right? Okay, was. Don't forget to always, when we begin a sentence, our word starts with what? Capital letter. Good. Was, yeah? Then what comes after was is what? The subject. Was she, right? Was she, our verb, playing a guitar? Then, question mark. Was she playing a guitar? Perfect. All right. So, today, we have seen what? We have seen the past continuous. And what did we say about past continuous? Past continuous is used for a past continuous action or an action that has happened in the past. And that action is different from the simple past because it is a little bit what? Longer action, or the action took what? A longer time. And if you remember the form subject plus the past auxiliaries was and were plus ing form of the verb. And then plus object or complement. And the other thing that we have seen is the three types of sentences, yes? We have seen it in a positive sentence, how to make positive sentence negative, and finally, how to construct a question or interrogative sentences. Yes? Very good. Now, I will give you a short 3 exercises as a homework. Next time when you come, you will come with your answers. Don't forget to do your homeworks. Okay? Good. Okay? Complete the following sentences using the simple past. All right. Question number 1. Two. The girls not attend the meeting. The last one. You were writing a note. Then question mark. That means the last sentence, you're going to make it what? Yes, interrogative sentence. The second one, it is what? Yeah, it is a negative sentence. And the first one is positive or affirmative sentence. So this is all what I have for today. I will see you in my next lesson with the answers of the questions. I was your teacher, Miss Sernait Hailu. Bye for now.